Warning: mentions of blood and gore. You sat in a sofa, the red velvet plush under your skin. Your elbow rested on the arm, and your head rested in your hand. A glass of a deep red liquid sat on a small table next to the couch. "My lady, you haven't drinking any of it," the person spoke. "I'm waiting until my attendant shows up to deliver a letter to me." You spoke, looking out the window at the forest that seemed to enclose the villa. You knew it was alcohol. Get you drunk to use you. You weren't stupid. The door then opened to reveal Agent. "I'm sorry, my lady, but he has declined." He spoke. You turned to him and stared at him. He was in a deep bow. "Nomu." Bash his head in. Nomu then stood tall, his eyes locking on to him as he looked confused and scared. Nomu, ever so quietly, even for the size he was, walked over to him. It seemed like the world had seemingly stopped as he grabbed his head. You stood, walking over, and raised your hand to where Nomu held him. "Don't think I'm stupid to fall for it again." You smiled, fisting your hand. Nomu taking this as slamming his head down to the ground, his nose bleeding and the inside of his mouth. "Toga." You spoke, and Nomu slammed her head down once more, watching as the mask she wore vanish, and all that was left was her naked figure. "Get out of my sight." You turned, going back to your chair. "My attendant doesn't bow that low." You sat back, done with her irritational manners. You needed to know the truth. You needed to know if Bakugo was still yours. It was just something in your gut. You didn't want him to leave, but you felt bad for everything you did. But there had to be a reason why you did it, correct? You finally heard the door shut. You waited and waited, but he never came. It worried you. Did they kill him? Did they capture him? Was he being questioned as you spoke? The only one you could trust, gone forever. That was when something caught your eye. Something shiny. Was it him? Or was he too late? Were the heroes here, ready to take everyone in this hellhole? Was Bakugo still mad at you? You had so many questions in your head. It all hurt too much as you rested your face in the palms of your hands. "Yin, come to me." You lifted your head and looked all over. Who was that? No one was in the room but Nomu and you. It wasn't Nomu's voice. Wait, when did the person leave? It was clear as day. You looked around. No speakers of anything of sorts. It had to be in your head. Was it just your conscious worry getting to you? Were you going nuts? Were you going crazy? That was when your feet began to tremble. It wasn't just your legs. It wasn't your body. It was the ground itself. Nomu was quick to come to your side as the building warped in and crumbled down. As you peeked your head over, you saw people, both heroes and villains. Nomu stood, planted his feet onto the ground as you felt your body freeze. You felt broken, but fixed at the same time. Nomu set you down and combed through your hair. There, lady. Lady, all right?" You looked up at him. He was somewhat cradling you, like a little girl. Tears began to spill from your face. You don't know why, but he reminded you of your mother. That's when you finally wanted to know the answer to a question you had never wanted to know. A question you had feared. A question that was lied to you. Nomu, what happened to my mother? Did she love me? You asked him. You felt stupid. He never knew your mother. It was just something you wanted, a fleeting hope that could never happen, like a butterfly that you wanted to catch, that flew over a fence, a one that would kill you if you touched. I don't know, he spoke, the tears stopping as you looked down, a small smile coming to your face. Of course. You nodded. There's one, you heard a voice. You looked over to see a hero. Nomu, put me down. You don't know what came over you, but Nomu slowly put you down, as you felt so fast because it was. I'm done with everything. I'm done with heroes. I'm done with villains. I'm done. You spat, teleporting to the hero with your clawed hand held to his throat. I want you gone and dead. Your voice growled with a demonic twisted within your voice. Your hand glowed a fiery red, your nails digging into his throat as he choked on his own saliva until your nails pierced through his skin, seeping blood. His own blood then coughed out of his mouth. Yin. You froze. It was that voice again. You quickly took your hand away from the hero, looking at his life slowly fading. You gasped, looking at your hand. It was bloody. Your eyes teared up. Why did I do that? You gasped out. You looked to anything to help him. You cursed out when you found nothing. So you tore off a piece of your own clothing and placed pressure around his neck. The tears are tearing around piece by piece and tightly wrapping it around his neck with a cloth inside. Yin. That voice was starting to hurt you more. You cupped your hands around your ears. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, you yelled, pulling your hair, trying to get everything out of your head. You could feel movement, large movement. Noise and sounds were blocked out by your breathing. It was ragged and sporadic, your heart rate in your ear. Then it went dark. You looked around, looked up. It was Gantomakia's large hands that covered you. Little master. He teared as he picked you up, your mind still rushing more and more. Where Bakugo was, he worried the whole time as he was helping evacuate. He remembered nothing of it, except for his worried thoughts of you, an agent. Would Agent get there on time to tell you that you could work together to stop the villains, to give you a better life, one where you did not have to hide, one where you could live a normal life without fear, being loved and cherished like you were supposed to be? Until someone shouted, Gantomaki is on his way. That had brought him out of his mind, looking around as they finished up, the more he could hear being yelled into his earpiece. He's carrying someone. He won't stop. Who is that? The words just stopped when they continued to play over and over, basically the same words. He has a girl with white hair. He froze. Was it Yin? Was he holding Yin? What was he doing with her? They're making their way over to the hospital. Bakugo breathed out as he realized. What? Some other hero had asked as he looked over to the boy. Shit, we have to hurry up. He grabbed the hero. They're going to put the two death machines together, he spat. Shigaraki's awake? He froze. He knew it. He just knew it. Something in his gut. It twisted within him. He knew having the two of them together was bad, fighting alongside each other, or even worse, fighting against each other. They didn't see quite eye to eye as well. They have to stop the two of you. being in one place, or it could go out of hand quickly as it came. Hello everyone, it is I, Z-Ray. But, so I want to tell you something. So I previously have both the chapters of 6 and 7 for Hero and Villain. I forgot the title of this, story that I made. But, there's one thing that makes zero sense to me. There is a comment on my Bakugo X Villain Reader, part 7, that makes zero sense. Let me get to the thing. Okay, listen to this and tell me what you guys think. Ahem. This feels like stepping into a dream that refuses to decide whether it's safe or sinister. The shifting rooms, the strange man, even the way the pancakes suddenly feel out of place. It's unsettling in the best way. Do you think the MC is trapped in a memory, or is this an illusion meant to test them? I put this through an AI runner, and it says it's completely human. By the way, the next chapter has no shifting rooms. Yes, it has a strange man, and yes, it has pancakes. But shifting rooms? No, there's none in that chapter. So I just want to get your guys' opinion. What do you think? Anyways, I love you all so much. Bye. See you tomorrow. Mwah.